Have a motion, do I have a second?
Mr.
Then we have Mr. Ramirez seconding that. Any further discussion? Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Moving on to item C. The Honorable City Manager,
Oh, this is me.
Henrietta Turner, is going to talk to us about the hike and bike trail.
Oh, first of all, I'm gonna ask for any money, okay? Let me spell that in. And today, literally today, you're out there edging and cleaning and doing. I'm passing out something. I get excited about the hiking bike trail, but I think I'm all by myself, but I know you all had the vision to keep it going this far. Tommy, I owe you
Sell
one.
ice to Eskimos.
Yeah.
I think you could sell ice to
This is
Eskimos.
good stuff, this is good stuff, okay. So what you have before you is actually a copy of this brochure. There's a gentleman named Steve, he came down from Austin, Texas and presented to the city council on last Thursday. But we didn't have a meeting, but it was so important, we still let him present to the councilman that were there. Okay. So, see the people in the front who actually are all for this wonderful project. Okay, this is the book. And when you do advertising and marketing, the money is always on the front and the back. Look what's on the back of that book. The bridge, you know where? Your bridge. Your bridge to the National Historical, this is the national. Now, he said in his presentation that it takes an act of Congress in order to make something a national trail. Guess what is a national trail? Our hike and bike trail. You turn to the new page, I have it here. See, he had the route all marked up. They're looking at doing the one little part, and we're down here all the way at the bottom, we have a little section. That is about 3 miles, 3.5 miles of trail, historical trail in the city of Floresville. The uniqueness of it is that it's on public property. All the ways other places to the trail along the way San Antonio, in and out, in and out. But ours is totally on public property. And they're really excited about that. If you look on the other side of the paper, that's why I made it nice and long, right? They are listing potential partners. If you look down there, look, city of Floresville. You see us out there? What? I'm so proud that we made it. And they want to use us as the first model of how they can nationally mark a historical trail. And when you mark the historical trail and make it historical, then we can go out and get funding. So look at the second long page. It actually indicates and shows you what the signs will look like. So they have some small ones in there, the small, mine are brown, but the small ones. They call this a kiosk, and look at your beautiful depot, which I went inside. Thank you, Tommy, for letting me have the keys to go inside. That is gorgeous. There's nothing in there, which is beautiful. So we can do the opening of your wonderful hike and bike trail, which leads all the way down. So these are things that they're willing to do. They're willing to actually give us the funding for the signs. All we have to do is come up with the money to put the posts in.
How much they asking?
$1,500 for.
And I don't need to be facetious, but do we need to put another station up there to count how many people walk up and down that thing?
No. I don't care. It's historical mark.
We won't see that number right now.
But we want to be able to do that. And then think about lighting and signage and all the wonderful things we can do.
What about the Commissioners Court? What are they gonna do?
Well, we invited the Wilson County Commission, Historical Commission. We invited the Wilson County Committee. There's 2 separate people on that one. Actually, Wilson County said they're going to do it. So what I'm going to be asking later on, and this is today, later on we'll be asking for support from FEDC as I go out to get grants and funding. Now what they want to be able to do, these people, and I never can say it right, mission.
It's about a Rancho de las Cabras.
There you go. Well, they're going to be having their national convention in San Antonio in October. And they want to do an unveiling of the signs and come here and do ribbon cutting, and the people from Washington DC will be here as well. We want them to come out to Floresville, and I think that's going to help us kick off this wonderful hike and bike trail. So I'll be looking for letters of support. And of course, Tommy has been nice enough to share the documents that he has on this hike and bike trail. The vision is that this could be totally the genesis to help us with the economic development, to have people to start, because it goes all the way, tell me, I haven't seen the Black Bridge yet, but from the Riverbend Golf Course all the way through. We want people to stop at the new restaurant, at the beer warehouse.
I told you she was gonna
You
say
should
something.
lease that out and have somebody do that. Actually, it was, the reason why it's called a beer warehouse is because it used to.
What did you think about it? You looked at it the other day.
What the original is beer?
They said it was, whatever the name of that, what's the name of the beer was? What was the name of the beer? You said Falstaff. That there was a Falstaff beer. That you have a restaurant there, you can do it, then come down and take a quick little left and walk down a C Street and go to the Starbucks and everything downtown and the wonderful city of Floresville, right there, right here. And then don't forget, while you're here, you can go pick up some souvenirs at the Jailhouse Museum and take a picture with the peanut. We're on the map.
And you're gonna get your dog catchers down there by the bridge to make sure those darn dogs that are up and down.
Well,
there.
Texas is a really big no-kill place, that's where I come from. We do something else with it. But the county's working with, I've talked to the current judge, who's also talked to the upcoming judge, that they want to do a regional approach to animal control. Regional, I just, regional throughout the county.
It means they're starting to stop everything,
Oh,
so.
I
I
mean,
made a decision.
I can't picture because you do that one. So that's what, and it's really exciting. So it seems like the hike and bike trail has some breath in it. It's gonna have a purpose. We are cleaning it right now. You should go by there today, cleaning it all up. We're gonna find the mistakes and things such as that and have corporate. Now my idea, and I told Tommy I had this dream. Okay, be nice to me, Will, okay? But I had this dream about the hike and bike trail. And one of the things I had was to have benches along the way. In Chicago, down Michigan Avenue, and you've seen other places where they have these artists and people come, design things, and they have these rules, and then we want artistic benches along the way for people to walk, sit, we want wildflowers. We really want to show off the heritage here. One of the things that they said in the presentation was that tourism is only second to shopping as an economic drive. So people will come see historical tourism to do that, right there in San Antonio. And the forefathers had the mission to think of, the vision to think about having the bridges there, 2 historical bridges to relocate there. I found out something about the Singing Frog Park was actually one of the original locations of the original City Hall area, where Lodi was thinking about being, and they were fighting over becoming, who's going to come and see. It was right there at Singing Frog Park, right?
So you're wanting a letter of support from
A
us?
letter of support and open minds for later on when I come back. But I don't need it right now. We'll be more specific. You know, 'cause depending on what kind of grant you're getting for it and what you're gonna do. But so I put it out there, so when I come back again, you'll be ready and open and I'll have an open mind. But I'm excited. This is it. This is gonna be the ticket. We're gonna come up with an initial outline of a plan and then maybe get somebody to help us write a plan to do that, but it would incorporate the downtown area, because I really want people to walk downtown. We just need some sidewalks for them to walk on, but we need a walkable downtown. You have a gorgeous, quaint, historical, and I talked to someone today, they were saying it's not like, people like to revisit history, so they make it up and all that. This is the real McCoy, this is the real history. It's not some little town that they made that looked like it looked.
Well, actually,
back
I
in the-
watched part of the movie the Goldie Hawn made down here, Sugarland Express, and they had the downtown vision. It ain't changed. The only thing that changed was the sign over Bill Dollars. Really, so it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but Hollywood will do that. They'll take this little quaint town and they'll say, oh, you know, they'll come back and say, oh, this is what it looked like in 1800. We really have some of those original buildings. We really have some of the original buildings that were here. And so our history is real. It's not just made up or a remake or we're going to revisit it. This is actually the trail that happened. And so we actually have that. So we're not going to revisit history. This is history, and we're hoping that we can get this thing kick-started. So people can pass the Tally Insurance Company and go, oh, look at that. Isn't that precious?
Well, I think I can speak for the other members in saying that we will gladly give you a letter of support on this, and we will be receptive to you coming back at a later date and
Well,
visiting with us.
thank you so much for hiking my trail. Good job, good job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And while we're at it, I want to personally thank you for helping FEDC and stepping up with some of the other items and all like that. Coming up to programs that we've heard how we've successfully put in the pipes and all out there. And I think the programs that we met and came up with are working well. So thank you,
You're
Henrietta.
a great executive officer, so it's wonderful working with
She
you.
donated space here for the weekly councilman in this round
That's a
table
good thing.
room.
Oh, I
So
know.
she's been a big help.
And that's true.
You play nice.
Item D is, in the past, the executive director of the FEDC had sat on the Riverbend TIF board, if I call it that. So that's the Riverbend Reinvestment Zone #1 Board of Directors representing the city of Floresville. Ms. Henrietta has approached Tommy and asked if he would like to continue to do that. That body is available. Anybody have any opposition to that? Would you like to, anything? So, I entertain a motion to approve Tommy to sit on that board if they so choose.
So moved.
We have a motion, have a second, and we have a second. A motion and second to allow Tommy Baker, our executive director, to be on the Riverbend Reinvestment Zone Board #1 as a director. Again, this is part of that TIF board that oversees the TIF fund for the Riverbend. Is there any other further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, we're going to be going into executive session, possibly if it's so desired committee, to discuss the owners of 181 time extension. Do I hear a
I
motion?
move that we convene an executive session to discuss items E, F.
And it's according to government code, chapter 6, D2, subsection 65102, purchase, deliberating, purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real estate property. Any item affecting this will be voted on in open session.
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Also want to note that Ray Lambert is appeared at 7:35. We'll convene into executive session.
It will.
Hey, see you in a bit.